It's the first weekend since Hong Kong's strict social distancing rules were eased. Many shops and restaurants opened expecting celebrations for Mother's Day. Instead, there were scenes like this in several shopping malls across the city. Protesters would appear in different parts of the mall, then disperse as soon as there was word that police were on their way.
Having dinners with mom on a Mother's Day is a tradition, isn't it? So I find it really annoying, and I have no idea why the police are so aggressive.
Protesters gathered spontaneously to chant slogans and sing, and in line with the day's theme, calling for independence for Hong Kong. The chants for independence are likely to provoke Beijing and the Hong Kong government, whom the protesters say have taken advantage of the coronavirus outbreak to crack down on the city's democracy movement.
In the midst of the coronavirus, the government has imposed restrictions on gathering and turned it into a crackdown on freedom of assembly, not only for the human rights of citizens, but also for religious activities. I think this is a gross violation of human rights.
Hong Kong has not had any new local infection of COVID-19 for nearly 3 weeks. On Friday, its government eased social distancing restrictions, increasing the number of people allowed to gather from 4 to 8.
We have to spread in groups in flow as it moves. The police's goal is to break us down. We can only go guerrilla style.
Anyone flouting the rules could be immediately fined $250, a large sum for many of the young protesters.
This is one of Hong Kong's main tourist and commercial areas. It's hard to tell who is a protester or whether they're simply here to shop. In the past, police could identify protesters because they wore masks to remain anonymous. But now, almost everyone in the city is wearing a face covering, as advised by the government, to help stop the spread of coronavirus.
Most of the crowds on Sunday were part of or supported the pro-democracy protests last year, which would often lead to violent confrontations between police and demonstrators. The coronavirus pandemic has subdued many activities, including the anti-government protests. But it seems to have done little to diminish the anger of the protesters, who see the government as taking advantage of the situation to further erode Hong Kong's freedoms. And many here are calling this the start of protest season. Divya, Gopalan, Jazeera, Hong Kong.